Go. What is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 363. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez,
I've summoned you here for a purpose.
Chris Seeley,
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero,
Yo.
Adam Vale,
How you doing? How you doing?
and Brian Manjoma.
What up?
All right, people, you already know, back with another one. And as I told the fellas right before we started, this is actually our last normal episode of the year. And by that, we mean that it's going to be like your standard throwdown. We do the news, we talk some shit, all that stuff, right? Starting next week, we're going to do our VGA. Is it still called VGAs? It is VGAs, right? Or TGAs or whatever. I think they got rid of the video part of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, they got rid of wasn't it? Oh, it's the Game Awards.
Yeah, so TGA. So we're going to do our TGA stream, right? Live stream, we're going to do that as we usually do. And then the week after that, which would be the final episode of the year of 2021, right? You're like, yo, everything's crazy right now. That's going to be our, year-end finale, wrap-up, and all that good stuff. And, of course, after that, Carlos's favorite, man. AMA for Throwdown Your Questions. Those are the 16th and 19th, respectively, of December. So stay tuned for that. Going to be really big sure. What if anybody gets that reference? Fucking kids.
Really big shoe.
Really big sure. What's up, Carlos?
So, the Game Awards, like you mentioned, is on Thursday, December 9th.
Yeah.
It starts at, according to this, man. A website sucks when all you do is an award show and you don't have the date and the time on the thing. But
is it usually like 8 o'clock or something?
8 o'clock, yes.
Yeah. All right, so Throwdown's gonna be 8 o'clock that night. But it's going to be on for like 3 fucking hours. That show would last forever.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Especially when like Gillette Man comes out.
Yeah, Gillette Man.
And then
Isn't Sting coming out?
Yeah, Sting's coming.
And Kojima's going to get another award for just existing.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, man. Shout out real quick to Toon Medic, our friend Michael Santiago, who just subscribed with Prime.
What's up, Mr. Santiago?
Yo, Mike, I got to hit you up, bro. We got to get you on Throwdown soon, man. Your podcast is blowing up, so we got to help you out however we can, brother. All right. This episode's going to be kind of interesting because not a lot happened this week. I was looking through the Discord where I usually get my news now. And it's like, damn, fucking nothing happened. We got some, but Adam and I have some personal stories to share. Among other things. So we'll get to it. Oh, Brett just showed up. Brett is in the building, people.
What up, people?
Brett?
Yeah. No Marvel movies tonight, right?
No. Sorry, I was at my Stonecutters meeting. We're figuring out how to take over the world, but we're having some problems with Indonesia.
Yeah. These things happen. You got to iron that shit out, Good stuff, man. All right, let's get into it, man. First story here, Adam, man. Titanfall, man. Not selling that shit no more. Respawn is cutting it off, son.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking just because of the timing. Look what happened with Grand Theft Auto, and they pulled all their old shit, and then we got this BS definitive. Makes me wonder if they want to go down that road. If they plan on doing a little tweaks, because they said they're not turning off the servers.
Yeah, they're not.
There's no time for it. It's not like, oh well, the game is being.
They're just not selling the game anymore.
They're just not selling that game. And at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's something like with the Alan Wake. Is there something attached to it where there's licensing and it'll be back? No, they're just pulling it all together, right? But the servers are up. So if the servers are up, you still want people to play, and you're not giving them a cutoff date. Then everything's pointing that they plan on doing another version, maybe making an upgraded version of that one, or maybe do some kind of
multi-plat, maybe
1 and 2. Yeah, do something like that. But I have a feeling they're planning something behind the scenes for it. I mean, Titanfall is okay. It was great, but Titanfall 2 that's the one to have.
That's the butter game.
That is the butter game. That's the one I double, triple dipped. I got a big Titanfall poster up on the wall over there. I love that one. That was an awesome game. And so I don't know. Part of me thinks that this is just one of those things they pulled down because they have a plan of re-releasing it in some way, and they just want to make sure you don't buy the old one. So
Yeah.
Or else turn the servers off.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's another thing, just linked with all this, because I was telling a buddy of mine, he was like, yeah, but if they turn it off, that's it, and then the servers go down. So it's never over like that, because when Skate 3, they stopped selling that pretty much everywhere, the servers were turned off. But then when Microsoft made that BC, backward compatible, boom, the lights went back on. Multiplayer servers were back live. So they could always turn it back on. The fact that they're leaving this on and not shutting it off tells me that they're going to go in another direction. They're going to bring some more shit for Titanfall. So,
yeah. This was announced on Twitter. One thing I want to kind of highlight here. This is the last paragraph here. There's Respawn talking. They said, rest assured, Titanfall is core to Respawn's DNA, and this incredible universe will continue today in Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends and in the future.
Yeah.
What Titanfall 2? We haven't heard shit about that game forever. You know?
mean 3?
Yeah, no, they said 2. I'm reading this 2.
Yeah, no, I know,
Yeah.
but we already know that's out.
Yeah. So the way I'm interpreting that is like Apex Legends is important to us. Because remember, Apex Legends is in the same universe.
It was supposed to have Titans.
Yeah.
They talked about that, I think, toward the end of the first year of Apex, because I was playing it, and then they're like, oh, future plans, and I was reading the news. I was like, yeah, we plan on implementing Titans once we can figure out how to get it to work. And
I think since the formula works, they're like, fuck it, But yeah, I just found that part of the message kind of disingenuous, because I'm like, come on, just say you're sticking with Apex Legends. Titanfall 2, no one has talked about this shit for years, Yeah. Nothing. So get out of here with that shit.
People still playing there, or else they can shut those servers off, shut the whole thing off. I didn't know people were still playing Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with Titanfall, it's just a multiplayer game. So I don't know what they're gonna remake, or like if they're doing a quote unquote GTA situation, I don't think it's gonna be possible. It's like, what are you gonna update the levels on the multiplayer? It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense
that's why I'm saying, like, with the GTA situation, meaning they're gonna combine, like, make a bundle deal or some sort of like a Titanfall 1 and 2 or Titanfall Apex type of deal to make some money out of it, because Apex is free to play.
Well, I mean, then why didn't they take down Titanfall 2 in that case?
Titanfall 2 probably still has people playing that shit.
Well, I mean,
The servers are
Titanfall
still
1
on.
obviously. Well, so is Titanfall 1.
Yeah, but who's playing that one? That would like buying it physically. I don't know anybody that's buying it.
If they're keeping those servers up costs money. If they're keeping servers up for people that don't play it, then it doesn't make sense. But I think it's what someone, I don't even know how, because I haven't played Titanfall 1 in, it feels like a decade at this point.
Yeah.
But what people have been saying, and I don't know how correct this is, it's that there's a lot of cheaters in Titanfall.
Yeah.
So it's like it's littered with cheating. So I guess they don't want people buying their game.
That's the thing. That's a server issue then, because it's online and fighting.
There was also something about DDoS attacks with this game. Like, it had a lot of it. Did you guys hear about that?
DDoS attacks.
I didn't hear about that.
All right, I'll look it up, because I think I glanced at something like that. Like that was one of the possible reasons. But the game is still live.
Yeah,
But
that's why it's tricky, because usually when they do something like this, they also give a server shut off date.
Yeah.
It follows right after. It's like, right, we're pulling the game. Oh, why? Because we're shutting the servers off. That's how this works. Goodbye.
Well, I feel like maybe, I guess this is the way I see it, and maybe it's a naive way of looking at it.
Oh,
I think that what they're doing is they're not selling the game because they know they don't want to put enough effort in to fix whatever issues they have in the multiplayer. That they don't want the new people to coming in being like, hey, what's wrong with this game? It's multiplayer only. They don't have a choice. They have to play with the cheaters, or they don't play at all. So they don't. So they're cutting off. They're cutting off that, but they're still leaving the servers up, because there's actually an amount of people that bought the game, and that's the only way they can actually play it.
So if people are willing to pay for the first one and they're going to leave the servers on, I'm like, shit, buyers, that's your own issue then. That's it. Buyers beware. This is maybe
they're not going to do that.
They're already doing it. Maybe there's something technical.
Well, they're not selling the game anymore, so they can't do it.
No, but you're still playing it. If it's that bad, you just take it down and be like, listen, this whole thing is messed up. Go to Titanfall 2. Sorry, we got to shut this down. Maybe it's something technical on the back end. Maybe Titanfall 1 and 2 online, the servers are connected and they just can't split the two. They can't just shut one down. So they're like, we just got to leave it up. We just gotta leave it.
Yeah. So I'm reading this from was it a PC Gamer, and they speculate the reason this is happening is because of the DDoS attacks. I'm just going to read what they say here. After years of struggling to combat hacks and DDoS attacks that have at times made the game unplayable, Respawn Entertainment is throwing in the towel. The studio said it in a message posted on Twitter. It's going to stop selling the game. And apparently, when they wrote this article, they checked how many people were playing the game. 7. The whole world, just 7 people. I mean, it's still more than, All-Star, Destruction All-Stars.
But then
but
why
still,
even keep it if that's
literally
the thing?
7 times more people,
It's a multiplayer game, so if that's the case, shut the server down.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're throwing in the towel. Then throw in the towel and shut it, unplug it. Like, yeah, we're done. Boop.
Yeah, so I guess that's what it is. It possibly they could be like, we don't want to deal with this shit anymore, So they're like, fuck it. But again, the servers are up. My question is, how long do you think they'll be up for?
They'll probably shut them down.
Because if it's less than 10 people, why bother?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make. Maybe
I guess this is the grace period.
Yeah.
This is the grace period where they're like, hey, we're leaving the servers on, but there's issues with this game. We're not even selling it anymore.
Yeah.
So if a month or two from now we're saying that we're closing the servers down, for in a couple of weeks, then I think it'll make sense because the writing was already on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this post went up yesterday, right? So they said at that time of that writing, there were 7 people playing the game. Where was I? On Xbox servers. So they're like, on Origin servers is probably about the same. So that's less than 20 people. Why bother?
Yeah. Unless they just didn't want to release the pulling of the game and the servers shutting down at the same time. They'd be like, that'd be too much. Let's just do one at a time. We'll put this down, and then next year when we announce, all right, remember, it's officially gone, the game, and we're shutting the servers in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Carlos, you're right, bro. I think it's just a grace period before they
because people are really buying it now.
Yeah.
People are buying it. They're like, oh, no, I'll get it for
it's
the
just
memory.
FOMO, though,
physical.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, yeah, I think Titanfall, man, I hope it's not the franchise, but at least the first one, that shit is done, Hopefully, it's like, what's up with Titanfall 3, though, man? That's the question we've been asking for years,
Well, didn't Titanfall 2 not sell well?
It didn't. Remember... Well, we know why that didn't sell well,
Because of the day release.
Came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
They fucking, what was it? It was between Call of Duty and Battlefield. I'm like, Battlefield's an EA game. What the fuck are you doing? You
they cannibalized it. They put it in the middle, and they were like, "Oh no, it's going to be a separate more." No, it's a first person. Doesn't matter.
It's the same audience, man.
Same audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see. And the funny thing is, every single person that has played Titanfall 2 is like, "This game's fucking awesome." Every single one of them. So good. So it's not a question of quality. It's just the timing was shitty, and they didn't even advertise it right.
No, and it had a campaign. That's awesome. That's one of the first games. There's that and Division, first Division that I want to play on my Steam Deck. Those are the 2.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
was it Optimus Prime, the AI, the robot that you're?
Oh yeah,
Didn't Peter Cullen do the voice?
I don't know if he did or not. He sounded like Peter Cullen.
Look, I got my Titanfall, my big robots.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see here, and then you open them up, and they got the little.
Well, Adam, I'll show you the picture later, but I got a little Titanfall on my work desk too now.
Yeah, man.
One shall stand and one shall fall.
Omicron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Obelisk, look!
It's Omicron! See, man, I posted and nobody said nothing. It's cool.
Love that.
I actually got like very little interactions. People said, haha, that was it. I got more interaction from the retweet I did, but I think it's because it's Optimus Prime. People like him,
Yeah, they don't know who Orbilis is.
No, they don't know Orbilis. Who's Orbilis, man?
Who's Orbilis?
That's only for the hardcore guys, All right, man. There you go. By the way, I just added this story in here now. Since you brought up Adam, let's talk about GTA Trilogy. So they released the patch that fixed over 100 bugs. Yeah. My question is, okay, let me calm down because I'm like, who the fuck was asking for this game that you needed to rush it out of the door with all these fucking bugs? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why release it? They knew the show was fucked up. Let's just be real here. They knew the show was fucked up, and they released it like that anyway.
This thing, we don't know if they know. At least Rockstar, we don't know if Rockstar knew. We know that this.
Listen. This is the case of they had to. Chris, you know what's up? Like, this is the release date. It needs to go out then. You know, that's just how it is. So yeah, Chris, what's your take on this, man?
I was there when they delayed GTA 5 and the shitstorm that caused. Like, they knew. I just think they're a little concerned about the future. Like, what's the last game that Rockstar released after GTA 5?
Red Dead.
That's it.
And that's it. One game in like what? It took 6-7 years.
Yeah.
You can't have a release schedule like that and keep profitability. Yeah, GTA Online generates lots of revenue, but that dries up. Every MMO dries up, right? No, that thing is it's an island. So they have to like, oh, okay, nostalgia filler until GTA 6, whenever that's probably coming soon. So they just like, oh, okay, we'll just do these, cut out some of the music, we lost licenses, and chop it up. And okay, it was just this lazy job. They outsourced it. It just had a bunch of problems. And then,
well, they have it's some company that they have internally called Grove Street Games. They've been doing the mobile ports of those Grand Theft Auto games. The problem is that those mobile ports is what they based based this version off of, which is a bunch. They had to remove a bunch of things so that they worked via mobile.
And that's why I'm wondering if they were like, all right, listen, you got that done? Because, like you said, they're the internal port studio that they use. And they're like, no, we got it figured out. It'll be fine. Okay, we trust you. Whatever, you're good for it. And then this happened, and you see all these problems. Because there's no way they would have approved. It still had hot coffee in it. The code for hot coffee was still in there. They lost a lawsuit from that. Why leave that? That doesn't make any sense that they would know. And it's like,
They're probably the thing about it is they're probably working off of the ship code, whatever the ship code was. So that meant that every single version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which followed the re-release of the printed edition of it, has hot coffee in it. That means the mobile versions and all the other versions. Because remember, this version that we have on the consoles and on the PlayStation, the PC was that version, which is crazy.
Why didn't they give them the reship version? They had a version. They sold it. They took it out.
Yeah, they did.
This is the version for the iPad and stuff that we got. They said that's the one that they're using for these.
So somebody's gonna dig that up.
The thing is, it's like, that means that that hot coffee is still in the iPad or other versions of this game. If it's still in the PC version.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of nuts.
Man. Yeah, it's lazy, man. Let's just be real here. Laziness.
All this is just obviously it's a quick cash grab. They're just looking to get this stuff out there so they have more titles because it takes so fucking long to make Grand Theft Auto games. Remember, they had that mandate that they said a while ago, like the next Grand Theft Auto will not take as nearly as long or something.
Yeah.
And the Hauser brothers are all gone.
Well, they still got one of them left.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the. I don't know, who knows, but I'm looking at the. I'm just scrolling. You have to scroll through all these patch notes, Mike. You didn't. Again, what was the hurry to release this shit now? There was no reason to.
It was for they remember 2K did that release, the financials, and they were talking about the games. And this was one of the ones that we thought there was two. There was either a WWE Battlegrounds 2 that was going to come out because we already knew that WWE 2K22 got pushed to next year, or it was going to be this because there was a rumor that they were going to do some kind of trilogy. And since the WWE got moved at the last minute, they're like, we can't get it done. And this is the first time that they've never had one within that year, especially during the holiday time. So the pressure was probably on them to make sure they get this out the door. They're like, well, you got to do it. You got to have something here. Right?
Gotta have something. Gotta have something.
Gotta have something for the holidays.
30 minutes, 29 seconds.
People looking to spend money during the holidays can't have no Rockstar game, especially with 2K. And if they're short, they were expecting to have that WWE. That didn't happen. So gotta have something just as big. And Rockstar's a name. Grand Theft Auto, granted these are old, they're ports, but still they're old games that are awesome. and it's Rockstar. And like he said in their little notice when they sent out, it's like, yeah, you do have a high quality, high standard of quality when it comes to the games. They're usually great. You don't have so many issues. The online did, but the game itself usually don't. And since these games are so old, you're like, oh, you packed them to holy hell. They should be fine, right? Obviously not.
Yeah, because they have problems that even the originals don't have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever conversion they did, for Unreal, it's also introduced a whole new patch of things. Because you remember, they're not using that original engine anymore.
Yeah, they're again, I suspect they used Unreal so they could port it to a bunch of different platforms.
Oh yeah, no. Well, the problem is that if they use their old engine, that engine is owned by EA.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why
yeah.
they made up their stupid funky engine, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Oh, Rage.
The Rage engine.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why they did it, because they were licensing an engine from another company that eventually got bought by EA.
Yeah. So yeah, all this legal nonsense just fucked up the game. Or the games.
Let's hope they said this isn't the last of it. They have other patches. They're gonna make sure all the issues are resolved so it can live up to the definitive.
Yeah, right.
Definitive right there. It's gotta be
thing.
Yeah, live up to the title. Come on now. So
that shit is crazy, man.
It's the refinitive.
Yeah, right.
And then here's
it's
the
definitive.
This is the thing that does piss me off, because I love my Switch, and it was on the Switch, and the update did not come for the Switch.
Uh-oh.
They said it'll come at a later date. So it's only the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC that got this update.
Like, fuck your couch.
Well, they got to do a lot of reconfiguring for that baby. So
yeah,
that shit is crazy. All right, man.
I mean,
go ahead, man.
What it is, man. Like again, that's what you get for just dropping it out of nowhere, right?
Pretty much. All right, man. Next thing here, it's funny we were talking about the Switch is a perfect segue because everybody wants to get into the handheld market now because of the Switch success. This one is a strange one because now we have Qualcomm and Razer trying to get into it. They're trying to make like a Snapdragon gaming device.
Yeah, they got a new chip, new Snapdragon coming out next year.
So basically, but right now it's just a developer kit. So it's basically just like, hey, developers, make some games for this. I'm like, can we stop trying to make mobile gaming a thing? Like, who wants this shit? Like, Adam, would you care about this? I know you play some mobile shit.
Oh yeah, I definitely would. Definitely would care about more. I'm really looking to see, not for this one, but for the Raspberry Pi 5, because I have the 3.5 here. Yeah. And the 4 is out, but it doesn't do much on the graphical side, which is what I want. Because if they can get just even close enough to get like the PS2, a Dreamcast games quality running smooth, and this Snapdragon sounds like it'll be able to pull that and some. And it's really for emulation. That's my main thing, and it sounds like it'll do a great job with it, depending on the devices that they put it in, because that's what. Oh yeah.
Steam Deck, boys.
It's what. Mm-hmm. But what is it? That new one, it says it's gonna have like 3 gigahertz or something like that. Yeah.
Follow my commands. Okay.
Does it? Is that a fan or?
They don't want.
Yeah, it has
They
fans.
don't want you to burn your hands on it. Okay.
I'm so glad we've grown out of the days of passive cooling.
Passive cooling would passive cooling be you blowing into the console? Is that passive cooling?
I think it would just be evaporation.
No.
Yeah, I think that's
Just
what
has
it
fans.
means.
Yeah.
It's got a fan. Well, here's the thing: you can't use a fan because everybody goes, "Oh, it's got a fan." Whatever.
And they
Active cooling. That
could
sounds
stick-
foreign.
could
It's exotic.
stick 2 pounds of aluminum in there and have like vents all over it. There's your passive cooling.
Mhm.
Like the thing in a PS5, just stick it on this.
It's a vent. It's got vents.
Well, this is great for, like I mentioned, just emulation. It's always useful for emulation. You can get a good cheap phone, and if it has one of these chips in it, there you go. Just throw in all your what you call it, retro arches on there, and you're good. All the emulators.
Yeah.
Oh,
Panic.
What, Nuprin? That the old. Damn.
He's excited.
yes.
What if Carlos said no? no,
No.
you can't do that. What is this? What is this, Rob?
Yeah, it's yellow and purple.
I mean, I see something.
Now I see your mouse moving around.
Yeah, I
It's
see
because
it.
you have to click on the actual window,
Oh.
not on Discord.
There you go.
No, that's just a
No, I see it. We see it
Yeah,
on
we
our
see it.
side.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need to
Oh.
see that shit.
Oh, that's
you don't need to see it.
But aren't you?
Oh.
But you,
Carlos,
all you
I
have
mean, I guess send it to Carlos. He'll probably he can put it up.
to send me a link.
crank.
What is this, Robin?
Ratos.
The god of Olympus has abandoned me. Wait, you don't look at that no more. It's Mega Man now. I know. No.
You know what this reminds me of? Think of it looks like a hipster Game Boy. That's what it looks like.
Hipster Game Boy. There we go.
Wish I got the Pie Boy. Pie
Wait,
Boy's
play date.
Yeah,
What's the little crank do?
It
Does
has
that
a
mean
crank
you have
on
to?
the side.
Is that how you charge it?
Yeah, you wind it up. I don't
You gotta
know.
wind it up.
That's what I'm just gonna call this thing from now on. It's the hipster Game Boy.
Hipster Game Boy.
See it?
What the hell is this?
I don't see anything.
Does it play? You know.
Where do you see this? I don't see anything. Who's
What?
displaying it?
Yeah, Carlos is. No, why does it look like an old TV? Like
It's not showing.
what is going on?
Adam problems.
Does it play that song from Steamboat Willie? You know. Crank it up.
Oh, thanks.
No,
Back in the late 80s, we used to crank on.
yeah, it has a crank on it. I
We used to crank.
is that part of the controller?
Well,
I don't know.
That's technically how TVs used to run with those cranks. Remember, used to run those cranks so you can get energy, power.
Cars. That was cars back in the day.
No, there was TVs like
the
you used to crank
Faraday
them.
charging thing like that. Yeah, this is wacky.
Oh no. Oh, it says, "Can anyone hear Tony?"
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, people? All right, I think we should.
Can you guys hear Tony now?
Yeah. I don't know how long I was muted for. Fuck. All right.
Oh.
Tony, I like that you didn't hear a dog barking. You heard a dog falling up the stairs.
Yes. You can always tell, like, the flappy ears and shit. I'm like, that's a dog. You know?
Well, you hear their claws hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And they make all this rattling noise.
Your ears are like dog ears.
Your dogs.
Remember that from Family Guy when like Peter Griffin, he was like high on mushrooms or something. And he's touching, not Brian Majoma, but Brian the dog's ears. He's like, your ears are like dog ears. The way he says it, like ears, not ears, ears.
Baston.
Yeah, Baston, exactly. I think it was a Rhode Island, but it's the same shit, Your ears. Anyway, yeah, I'm not getting this. I don't care.
You know you want it, Tony.
Yeah.
You want to crank your video game.
No, I'm talking about the real thing, not that fucking Playdate bullshit.
Not the hipster Game Boy.
Yeah, no. We're talking about the Snapdragon. Oh man!
I mean, that's still a fucking
I like doing the old radio voice.
I was about to say you almost have to sound like 1930s fast talker guy when you talk about like that fucking hipster boy.
Yeah, you have to.
Get yourself a new crank home game console.
Yeah.
No, they would be talking about like new modern innovations, crank powered power.
Exactly.
Get one before the Reds attack.
I do have a
Get one for the Reds
on it.
Glorious dual
Perfect for the missus. Oh man!
And then it'll just have some mysterious ability that has nothing to do with gaming. It can clean your floors. It gets to the ceiling.
Oh man! Get it for the little ones.
Get it for the little ones and the big ones.
Oh man!
Manny, we need to record a Throwdown promo with you.
Yes. All right, man.
I gotta make sure I gotta do it like this, where it sounds like
you gotta sound like
we'll put cracks and pops all over it.
It should be in mono, mono instead of like stereo. Just to really sell it.
Exactly.
Oh man! All right.
Trebles all turned all the way up.
Yeah. Let's move on. Do we have any more actual stories here? No, we don't. So now we got stories. Adam wants to talk to you people about the UpSwitch Orion.
Yeah, that's a device that's out. You can go see it on Indiegogo, and it's an interesting device. It's 11.6 inch screen, and it has holsters on the side for your Switch for the Joy-Cons. But on the back, there's a little compartment, and you put your Switch into the little back panel there, and it snaps in through the dock. And there you go, poof! It closes, and you can display your Switch on this huge screen, and it's attached to it. And now,
it'll call us up and give you a link.
So it's kind of like that magnifying thing, but it's an actual monitor.
It's an actual monitor.
I thought the same thing. Remember the magnifying thing for the Game Boy? I thought it was like that.
It's not that.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
No, it's an actual monitor. It's an actual monitor, and you can plug your phone and other things into it.
Play that video, Carlos, when you get the chance, so everybody can see.
So right now you can get into it. Right now it keeps changing the prices. Look at $139, and they're shipping.
Oh no, lower that volume. There we go.
Let's see here. Yeah, they're shipping out in December, and there's another one that's tweeting, and it's got all these different packages because they also throw in some other things. But turns out they also have a partnership deal that's going to take place next year with GameStop, but they said it was going to be like $349. Because obviously GameStop's got to get some money out of this if you want to get it. But that's good. This is going to be a thing that we're going to be seeing a lot of come next year. It looks great. It also comes with its own internal battery, and there's a charger for it. And my only issue that I have is just overheating. I just want to know if I'm putting my Switch in an enclosed backed compartment, and you can see from the video and even from the links, I don't see vents or anything. What if I don't want it to
like this.
overheat.
By the way, I got
This-
go ahead.
This fucking video. What the fuck? Who edited this shit? Look at this.
This is terrible.
It'll give you a seizure.
I'll link you to another video. This video is terrible.
Just go to the Indiegogo page. Has all of them in still images.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you another video. This video.
Adam,
go ahead.
I think that really depends on whether or not this thing has active cooling or not.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
at this video. God
Yeah,
damn.
all right.
No, don't watch the video. You'll get a seizure.
Oh,
Looks like
scroll down to
Adam
the
has a
bottom of that.
genuine,
It looks like a
concern.
video.
That was terrible.
Because, yeah,
I thought it was the original video. What the fuck was that shit? You know.
I mean, it is an advertisement for it, but it's
Yeah,
not
no, but
like
this
a
one,
real
the one
video.
we're gonna see right now is better. It actually shows you the thing.
I just sent you the official page, the Indiegogo
Yeah,
page.
the video
That
should be
has
there.
everything.
The video's 2
It's-
minutes and 41 seconds. All right.
it's a genuine concern because the screen gives off heat, and then
Yeah.
you're locking the switch
Yeah, there we go.
behind that
Mhm.
compartment.
Yeah, Chris, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Like you actually put the switch inside this thing.
Yeah,
and I
so
didn't
the
see any
switch-
vents. But like Brett said, maybe it has active cooling. You know.
It just has
Okay.
fans all
Mhm.
over.
Yeah, and you can clearly see what they have.
See,
It's
this is
just
a good
little
video,
compartment attachment.
You know.
It looks now. That's the thing. This does look like a cool idea. My main issue though is just the overheating issue. Besides the heat that's generating from the switch, but then also the screen on top of it generates its own heat. That's just a lot going on there. And if you have it plugged in with the battery, what about the battery's heat?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's
So-
a cool device. Check it out. You can put the Joy-Cons in there. You know.
Oh yeah. This looks awesome. Especially, and it's a little kickstand on it, so you can put it in tabletop. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
See right there,
Looks
Chris. You
great.
see that? That's where you put the switch.
Yeah.
In. But again,
Yeah,
I
so
don't
the
see any vents in
So
that
the Switch
shit. You know?
uses the HDMI port, right?
No.
Well, it's
It's-
USB-C.
Yeah, it's USB-C. So that's where everyone's trying to figure out what's the resolution. Because right now they're like, if that's the case, it's only going to be dishing out 720. It's not because it's not seeing it.
Well, they
through the
said full
HDMI.
HD. Isn't that 1080?
No, full 720 is HD.
Okay. Well, they said full HD. Full.
Well,
you know?
they're still not saying 1080p, and I looked at other sites before I even brought this up, and everyone's saying the same
See,
thing.
here's the
They're
part
like,
I'm
yeah,
confused
they're
about. So, what is this thing they're about to stick on? Is that a battery?
It's
It
the
sounds-
battery.
It looks like a battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battery.
This
So
is
my
getting
get-
like an over clunky mess.
Oh, well, okay, so number one, does this thing have a power source on its own, or do you need
Yeah.
to have?
No, it has its own power source. You can charge it. You can plug into the wall, or you can just. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
mobile. That's the whole point. So you can still take it on the go. Just so you have a big screen, and your Switch is now inside it. So you're only walking
So,
around
okay.
with one big screen with a Switch attached.
Yeah. It looks like a tablet with some big ass bezels.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, all it is it's reading whatever through the thing, and then you're essentially getting the, I guess maybe the 1080 experience that you would get on from a Switch when you
Doesn't-
connect it to a monitor,
It doesn't,
right?
but that's the thing. It doesn't see it that way. It's not seeing it as through the HDMI port because it's not plugging in through HDMI. It's doing it through the USB-C.
Isn't the USB-C
So-
how it connects to your television?
You have a HDMI cable that you plug to the dock, and then you plug that to your TV. And remember, that's the whole way that.
But no, but I'm saying like when you connect your Switch to the dock, that's using the USB-C one, right?
Yeah, and then you have an HDMI
So
cable
essentially
connected
what
to the
this-
dock.
Essentially, what this is doing is essentially giving you the experience of when you have it docked.
No,
right?
that's not how they. No, that's not. That's
no,
not
that's
what's
exactly how
happening.
it is. Because
No,
if
it's not.
if it's using USB-C slot that the dock uses to essentially throw it to your television, that means that's what this is doing.
The HDMI is what pushes it to get it upscaled
Well,
to
no,
the 1080.
Adam, I think what Manny is saying is if the bottleneck happens at a USB-C, then it doesn't matter whether you go USB-C to HDMI. You're still going to get the same bottleneck as you would USB-C to USB-C.
Yeah, it's
If
not.
that was the
it's
case,
not-
then you would get 1080p. It's not. It's just 720.
Do we know that? Again, they just said full HD. We don't.
They're
they didn't
saying
say.
from what
No,
they
well,
keep
here's
saying
the
is
thing,
they're
like-
saying they're just displaying whatever your Switch would display from the screen itself in handheld. That's what they said. So if that's the case, in handheld, it's 720.
So yeah,
doesn't-
I mean,
yeah, that's it.
When you say full HD, that is HD. Well, 720 is essentially HD. So
No, here's the thing.
you know.
There's a difference between HD and full HD. Understand?
You can right now
Mm-hmm.
do a keyword search of 1080p and nothing comes up on this page.
Yeah.
There
Well,
is
you might
no
you might be
mention
right.
of
I'm
that.
just saying if they're saying full HD, they're being misingenuous.
And yeah, full HD is 1080. That
Yeah.
there's no such thing as full HD 720.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't mention anything about it, and they've been asked, and they haven't answered.
What is this, Tony Hawk's?
Yeah,
There
it
you
is.
go,
That's
Adam.
Tony Hawk right there.
Day one.
So I mean, it's interesting. I mean,
Big screen. It's a big screen, and it looks great. I want to see it out of the box, some people using it, see how the battery works, see how the heating, does it get hot? How heavy is it when the whole thing
Yeah,
is
because it
put
kind of looks
together?
a little heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, how heavy is the screen without the Switch? Because that's the other thing. They were like, oh, you can plug in other devices because of the USB-C, plug in whatever you want into it, and then blow it up your phone, tablet, all that stuff.
Assuming this has a head
Yo,
jack.
by the way-
Everybody's using headphones. And what happened?
Oh yeah, it's got speakers. It's got speakers on it too.
Check this out.
Yeah, it does.
This kid playing the Switch, that doesn't look comfortable.
No, it doesn't.
I'm
Why
sorry.
is his back like that? You know?
Look at his look
Yeah,
look
that's
at
what I'm
this.
saying.
He's gonna be hunchback by the end of the day.
well,
That's
no,
the
if
thing.
he was if he was bending over, he'd be hunchback.
No, but that was just
But
a very
no,
uncomfortable looking
that's
position.
some crazy ass posture that kid had.
Yeah, that was weird.
My
Okay, I'm
issue
glad I was the
also
only
is
one that
with
caught that.
kickstand. That kickstand looks flimsy. It's so small.
Why does it look like it has two kickstands? It looks like
They
it
only
should
show
have
one.
two
If you see
kickstands.
the video, it's only
Yeah, no, but
one.
Manny's right though.
Yeah,
There-
like-
it looks like you can have another one there.
It would
Yeah,
be
man, you're-
cool if that back
Should have
door
back. Should have back. Look right there.
that
See, that
encloses
looks like
on-
Yeah, it
another
looks
one.
like it has two,
Yeah,
but I guess it doesn't.
yeah, right there.
No, it's only one on this. one.
Number one, with that stupid ass thing being so big, that other side should work. That should also be the thing that holds the damn thing up.
Or if they have on the back panel that closes the switch in, if there's a little flap on there, a little kickstand on that
So-
piece.
I mean, can you? Does this mean that you also can use your Pro controller if you want to use that thing on there too?
Wait a minute, you can use,
Especially since it's supposedly throwing it onto the screen there.
well, you could always use your Pro controller. I
Okay.
use my Pro controller while it's tabletop. Doesn't matter. You just don't use the Joy-Cons. That's all.
Joy-Con.
Like there's
have-
a video here where he's using it. He doesn't have the Joy-Cons in, and he's using a Pro controller, and it's in
I have the
tabletop
most
mode.
important question.
Uh-oh.
Do they got a layaway plan?
They just got the buy-in.
Kickstarter doesn't have layaway.
Yeah, no, they just got
Uh-oh.
the buy-in. You just buy in on it. That's the thing, though. It's like so $249 or whatever. It's kind of pricey for just a screen.
Yeah,
it's an expensive
Yeah, it's almost
thing.
as much as the fucking Switch. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, look, you can buy the Switch and the
Yeah.
Switch Lite.
No, it's you know what this is great though. This is a great first start. If they have no issues when they launch, and everything always has issues, but if it has no issues, no serious issues, then I'm sure there'll be a second gen version. It'll be a little more
Well-
slimmed down.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, it's cool that they're trying to do this Orion, and this seems like a brand that I know.
Orion.
But Orion.
Well, that's a film company.
That's a film
Orion.
company, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
we're
it's
showing
also
our
a-
fucking age. Yeah, go ahead.
It's also like what's it called? A system, a galaxy. I don't know, something. Anyways,
The Orion Nebula.
yeah. So I see a I see a lawsuit coming.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Nintendo, you know,
Look
they're
at
very
this.
litigious.
This where the Joy Cons are getting mounted.
Oh, the hoary shit, right?
This looks like the Nintendo things that it comes with. Like you get your Switch and you get the things where you can dock your controllers, your Joy Cons.
Or they can
I
make
think-
it where it voids the warranty if it does cause overheating. They'll be like, hey, if you attach it to this shit, you're voiding a warranty.
No,
So-
you're right about that because it looks
Because
exactly
it does
like
have
it.
it does have its own battery, so it is supplying power to it.
But you're like, it's different. It's different.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
hey,
it's
it's gonna be in GameStop, so maybe GameStop will work out something with their
They're
lawyers.
trying whatever they can and not die.
You're like,
They sell computers now. Did you see that? You can buy NVIDIA cards now at GameStop and monitors.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carlos, I guess it's different enough. You know, it's like theirs is like ours is it's totally different.
You're going too fast. The other one is slower. That's why, and then different tempo because of that.
So you gotta have that. It's not the same.
And that's all because of a DJ.
Yeah.
It was a DJ. That was the B side. That wasn't even supposed to be the single.
Oh, really?
The single sucked. It was the A side. Vanilla Ice's track sucked, and he was like, "What's on the other side?" Because remember, the tapes used to have two sides, two different songs. He flipped it over and he heard it and was like, "Oh, this sounds better." And then he started playing it, and then other radio stations started playing it, and then that became the hit. But that wasn't supposed to be the single.
Yeah, and then Queen was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, Adam, let us know how it goes if you buy this thing. You know?
Yeah. No, I got hyped when I first saw it, and I was thinking about it again. I was like, "Fuck!" I'm thinking about putting my Switch in this shit. And so far, they said it's compatible with all the models.
You putting your what in it?
Put my, La pinga. All right, so they said it'll work with all of them except the Mini, obviously, because you can't detach the Joy-Cons from there. So
yeah,
we'll see. But then again, I don't know if the OLED. I think. Let me check. I don't know if the OLED will switch in there because it's a little wider. All right, now it looks like. I think you can. They do mention OLED on here.
All right. Okay. So let's move on to this other thing. Again,
what's up? I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Yeah, it supports the OLED. It supports the OLED.
Well, that wasn't my question. I was wondering, there's a dock for this Switch, but does it make it look better in any way if you want to play it on a 4K screen?
Not. Let's just be real here.
No.
I wonder what it will.
Oh, I missed the segue, and I'm not talking about the automotive thing, So today I received the mClassic. I know some of you would be like, "What the fuck is that?" Adam already knows what it is, though. Adam knows about all this shit,
Well, I mean, it was reviewed on Digital Foundry.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was wondering if we should show that video, but we were showing at least official videos. I don't know if we show Digital Foundry's video. But actually, this was brought to my attention over from one of my colleagues, Imad, who's one of our news writer for Tom's Guide. He's like, hey, he's talking about it. I'm like, that sounds cool. It makes Switch games look better because I haven't touched the Switch for over a year since I got my 4K TV. I plugged when I first got the TV, plugged the Switch in, it looked fucking terrible. I'm like, oh, I can't. This is atrocious. You don't
plug it into a TV. You don't do that.
So he was telling me it makes it look better. I'm like, really? Okay. So I bought this thing, $100. Apparently it was like I think it was a Kickstarter or something originally. And I tried the shit right before the show. Man, does it make a difference? Obviously, it doesn't upscale to 4K, but it makes it look better in 4K. Smooths out the edges and brightens up the colors, because it was kind of washed out before. So I was playing some Metroid Dread. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And specifically, I put in demos of Bravely Default and Monster Hunter Rise because those were the two demos. When I saw them, I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot. They look good. They look good. The only downside is, 30 frames a second. You got to deal with that. It doesn't fix that, but it does make it look good.
Yeah, I know how to fix that. Just run it through motion flow.
No, we don't. We don't believe in that in Casa Polanco. We don't believe in that shit.
No, that's all right. I saw that.
Oh, but it's good, Adam. It made me a believer, man. It made me a believer. So I will be playing my Switch now.
There we go. But that's not how I play my shit. I play it in handheld.
Yeah, I can't fuck with handheld. Like, I got a big ass TV. I want to play it on my TV.
Yeah, but that just doesn't look good. If I'm going to do that,
it looks good to me now with that classic paper.
Or my PC. Still doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's, like you even said.
Listen. It's not for a native 4K or none of that. It still obviously looks like a Switch game. But just the fact that it's smoother helps out so much, So I'm happy with that. I'm good. Again, I was not expecting a miracle. I was just like, just a little bit better. It's actually a little better than I expected. So I'm happy with it. And I play some. We'll talk about Metroid later, but it's good.
You know what I did?
What you do?
I went online and I bought a Steam Deck.
You know.
There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
you ain't getting that motherfucker for like 6 months, you know.
Yeah, we got time.
Don't worry,
that's
Brad. Me
true.
too. I gotta wait as well, man. I gotta wait.
Man, this is the whole thing that upsets me about this freaking postponement. It's I was planning, man, get to play that on my way to New York.
I was about to say you
for
play
a
that shit right
trip.
here, you know.
Go and play here in the subway, on the rooftop parties or rooftop parties.
Nah,
Whole nine
Right?
yards.
the truth is, you don't want to take that shit anywhere. Don't take it
They're
out.
not in
Don't let
New
people
York,
see
you know.
it. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't take it on a
Yo,
train.
let me see that Steam Deck.
Yeah.
And then you
Yo,
let
is
him
that the
see.
new Steam
Danny,
Deck?
you
Yo,
know
yo,
where this
yo,
is going.
yo,
Let me see your
yo,
Steam
yo,
Deck.
yo,
Oh,
yo,
can I get my
Where
Steam?
you going, buddy? Where you
Yeah.
going? Where you from? Where you
No,
from? Let's
no,
go hang
no,
out.
it's like, yo, can I get see your Steam Deck? You should give it to him. Can I get my Steam Deck back? What Steam Deck?
Yo, brother, yo, this kind of expensive. Yo, you got $10?
You got $10?
You got $10? Wait, come on, you gotta have somebody. Run your wallet.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Adam Fibero.
I'm back at 5. Oh man.
I was going through this place, and I was going crazy, and I was telling you, you remember Julio? I'll just start spazzing out like that to that dude. You'll think I'm from New York.
I was at a little get together with some people, and I was like, oh yeah, and then my cousin Manny, and he got these tickets, and he's like, oh yeah, see, and his cousin Manny got these tickets, and then he was doing the same thing. He's like, oh, you know Manny, right? And I was like, yeah, but it's true, Manny's just part of the story. His mom used to get all these tickets, and he just called me up, right? Always at the last minute. It's like, yo, what are you doing today?
Yeah, well,
I don't know. He's like,
that's how it always used to go because what happens the secret story about wrestling is that to fill out the crowds they usually do comps. That's why you remember those 10 guys that you would always see on the WWF always in the front rows. Those guys are comp ticket guys that they always get to fill in the rows and fill in spaces to essentially make the
fan. He was supposed to have a special and they delayed it.
Oh well, yeah, he's not. He is and he isn't. Again, he was one of the hired. Essentially, he's a person that they pay. They get to sit in these seats. So yeah, so that's what my mom would get. Mom would get comp tickets, and she didn't know where in the arena that you would get the ticket. It would just be totally random. Sometimes you get an amazing seat, sometimes you didn't, and that's how WrestleMania came along, where we were able to, essentially we got comped tickets from different rows. So there was another one that was further out, and then there was a few in the front. So we got those few in the front, and then other people didn't show up, so we got that whole row.
Yep. Oh man, I gotta
get front row. That was crazy.
That must have been cool though. Oh, real quick,
awesome.
I got to read this.
WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, I got to read this comment from Black Viet. He goes, growing up in South Ozone Park in the 80s and 90s, and it's true, I let someone hold my Game Boy Color around 1998, and he straight up took it and never gave it back in junior high school.
Yep.
Hey, that's how it is, man.
Don't trust
anybody. He said he learned the valuables. And yo, Black Viet, I got a story for you, man, related. Yeah. Yo, so I brought my Game Boy, and this is the old Game Boy, right? The green screen and all that shit.
DMG.
Brought it to junior high school. This was 1995 or so. And I let one of my friends borrow it. I told him, yo, play, that's cool. Don't play that shit in class. You know what he does. We were in different classes and shit. He plays in the fucking class. His teacher takes it, right? So I go to the teacher. I'm like, yo, can I get my Game Boy back? That was mine. He's like, you got to have your mom, pick it up. I'm like, shit. Right, so I go to mom. Hey, can you get my Game Boy back? She goes, no, you brought that shit to school. You fucking lost it. That's it. Never got that Game Boy back.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. And that was the right thing to do, by the way. Shit is crazy. By the way, Adam, that story where you talk about borrowing money reminds me of this crazy thing. Real quick, this was like a while ago. Man, you remember Ralph?
Okay.
Yeah. So we were hanging out.
I remember Ralph.
So we were at one of the stores here, Super Video, right? And this woman comes in and she goes to Ralph like, "Hey, can I borrow $1?" And he's like, I ain't got that money. So she leaves and he's like, yo, that bitch is crazy. I could understand 25 cents and shit, but not $1. Right? So we leave the store, we go somewhere else. We're walking past Super Video again. This dude leaves the store. He's like, yo, that bitch crazy, man. I could understand 25 cents, but not $1. Like the same thing. Oh man, New York stories, man. Anyway, the mClassic. If you have a Switch and you have a 4K TV, buy it. It's only $99. I think it's still on sale. They have a little promotion over at Marseille, I believe the name of the fucking company is. Some French sounding name, you know.
Well, the one thing about it is that M Classic, it doesn't only work for the Switch.
Oh no,
It also works for other consoles.
I had a yeah. It's funny because if you see the promotional video, it's actually showing off a PS4, which is crazy. Yes. But the thing is, because I was thinking about this, I'm like, wow, my retro games have a little RetroPie. I'm like, they don't look like shit on my TV. No, not with this thing. So that's going to be my next test. I'm going to plug my RetroPie that Mr. Jose Polanco hooked me up with, and I'm going to see how good it makes those games look, because it has 3 modes. Like the regular mode is just not even on at all. The first mode kind of works well with the Switch. Then the second mode is for retro games. So for example, you know how some retro games get stretched out and shit on TVs? Mm-hmm. This will make every game 4:3 as they should be, you know, the old games. So I'm going to give that a shot as well. But I'm very happy with it. I've been playing with like, oh, Switch looks passable enough, you know? So I'm happy with that because I really wanted to play that Metroid, you know? So it was good stuff, man. Good stuff.
And that Unmetal.
It's an interesting concept, having essentially what is an external graphics processor.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of, and the thing is, apparently this company had like just a cable before. Right?
Yeah, there was a cable that did it before.
Yeah, but this is like an upgraded version. I saw the Digital Foundry video. They were like, yeah, this is really cool. This is an upgrade for sure. Mighty Nerd, what we says, I let a friend borrow a game. I didn't get it back. Later in life, I got that game back digital and more for cheap. Hey, there you go, right? Your friend should have bought you that game, though, you know?
Yeah, you're like, hey, motherfucker, give back my game.
My game.
You're like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, it's like 20 years later.
I had that happen with Ralph.
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah. Rygar.
That's a Rygar.
Man.
I was gone. I had to get it back years later. I found one.
That's some bullshit. Fucking it up.
The game is also worth a lot, too, now.
Ralph, that's a character right there, man. His stories about that guy, but we cannot repeat most of them on air.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right. Moving on here. Actually, we're kind of done, so now we're going to do games we've been playing. Adam, you know I always start with you first, man, because you're playing 50 fucking titles.
Everything.
Again, I don't understand how do you do it, man. It's like you play a million games, you watch a million shows.
It showed how I do it. I sent you that image. I sleep an hour and 30 minutes.
Maybe, okay, that's how.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Yeah, it's.
What are you running on?
Coffee and beer.
That's the next question we want to.
Damn, you got both of them. What you got? Exile. What the fuck is that?
My booth. It's his Ruthie.
And
the company Exile, he named all the beers after ex-girlfriends, and he has a whole description of what happened to the girl in their relationship.
Damn.
So this is Ruthie Gold Lager.
All right, take your drink, and then you can tell us what games you've been playing.
Metroid, still playing Metroid Dread. I'm playing Unmetal, which is a really fun Metal Gear NES style game. The dialogue is hilarious. A lot of funny. The guy's name is James Fox, if I remember. I know his last name is Fox. And they shoot him down. It was U.S. government. And they're interrogating. Just real quick, the guy says, so you don't look Russian. What were you doing in that plane? He's like, well, I also drive a Toyota, and I'm not Japanese. Like, what's up with that? It's like all kinds of shit. And then you get dialogue choice options to say certain things, which is cool. And it plays and it looks just like the old school NES game. So I've been playing that. What else? Splatoon 2. Playing a lot of Splatoon 2 with the kids. They got into that. So I've been taking turns with that. Call of Duty, Vanguard. What a disappointment.
Trouble in Paradise.
I'm trying. I finished the campaign. Campaign was weak. They took too many steps back. But then the multiplayer, and as I sent you the screenshot, I played the game like, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, not that long ago. So then I was like, all right, let me play some tonight. And it's like, oh, there's an update, no problem. And then it's taking forever. I took a look, 138 gigs. The whole thing is like re-downloading.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of fucking update is this shit? That pissed me off.
Well, you know what it is. That's actually how they do those updates.
Yeah.
They just
So
flush
updates
the
are
whole
not.
thing.
they're-
Yeah.
they flush the whole game, and then you're essentially re-downloading the whole game.
It's a mess. It ruined it because I was like, I was gonna play with Rich Billy Jr.
Oh, yes.
You know, we're at the coalition,
Oh yes.
and
I
so
was
I was
very
like, yeah,
disappointed.
we're not playing this shit tonight. I'm gonna go watch Frasier. So there goes that.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah, then what
I
else?
was like, oh no.
Right? Oh no. Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 5. Been playing that. That's fun. Enjoying that.
It's
one.
good,
Walking
man.
some cars. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. A lot of options. I like the fact that if I get bored with one type, you just look at the map, just drive somewhere else. Fucking drive somewhere else. Go do something. You're not stuck with just, oh no, you have to complete this race to progress or else you're screwed. No. Gears of War, the multiplayer, been going back and forth. I wanted to do my Rockstar table tennis, remember? I've been playing that.
Yeah.
And it turns out you can't stream that. Because even though the Xbox does have Twitch on it for streaming, it can't stream the emulation for the 360 because once you do that, you're signing into the 360 emulator and you no longer have the interface to do the stream.
Legato.
Well, that's it. Can that
That's what
work?
you gotta do, man. Yeah, well,
Why not?
I guess
you
so.
gotta use the Elgato to do that. It's a little more complicated of a process because you're gonna have to have OBS running, or you're gonna have to have OBS running, and then you have to do it that
I have
way.
to connect it to the computer to do it that way. Then
Yep,
to get it to
that's
run.
what you gotta do.
Because this fucking game
man.
never had a PC version. And I have the emulation. I guess I could try the emulator on the PC, but I don't think that it's through Dolphin. It's the Wii version.
Oh shit.
So I have that one. And
It's ugly.
yeah, and the 360 one.
Yeah,
sort
ugly.
of. Yeah, but that's another game I'm playing. If there was something else.
Yeah, by the way,
What?
these fucking mClassics are sold out on Amazon, man. What's up?
I just went to their website, man.
Go to their website.
Just go to
If
the
you buy
website.
direct,
website.
maybe buy
They got it.
direct.
I'll link you. They just go to the website. That's what I did.
Bullshit.
And they got a holiday. It's still 5% off. Oh shit.
Really got lit.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
rid of them
yeah, they
things.
got a little wait. I know it'll be holiday sale, maybe for some other shit, you know.
Then what
Oh,
else?
You
here
know
it
what?
is.
Oh, you found it? All right, nice.
$89.99.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is cheaper. Fuck, I bought that shit for $99.
There you go.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where's the site?
Oh yeah, link it to everybody. By the way, it's happening. By the way, every time I hype something up, motherfuckers start buying it. Like I should be like a salesman, you know?
Where's that LG check, man?
Yeah, right.
That's
I
what
sold like
happened
30 of those fucking TVs
That's what
last year.
happened with
you know?
with the ETA Prime video. The guy that did the review of the screen that attaches to the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Portable, and it just flaps down, and you lift it up, and poof, there you go, and they can run off the USB port on it, so you don't even need to use another. And I took a look. I saw it was available on Amazon. An hour or two later, I decided to send you guys a video, and then I went back. Look, it was sold out.
That's
Come on.
crazy.
So Chris,
It's
it's not on stock, but it says in stock soon.
Those motherfuckers. That's because of me, man. You know?
But for the majority, those are
Ruin
the
everything.
key ones. Those are the key ones I've been playing.
All right, that's good. All right, Chris, what have you been playing lately?
After I finished Metroid Dread, I went back to Ghost of Tsushima. I'm trying to beat New Game Plus.
Was he husband?
This time I cut Uncle's head off. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, old man.
You die.
Die.
No.
No, not in the House of Matumbo.
Uncle.
Wait, this is Japan.
Oh man, I love those commercials. No.
Hold up real quick. Gotta share this story real quick. Okay, so
We got stories.
yeah, Logic wins. He goes, Tony was the one that turned me on to Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't believe I was about to buy GTA Trilogy over it. Bro, way to go.
You made a wise choice.
Yeah, man.
That was wise.
Dodge the bullet.
You know?
Wisely.
Wise. Okay, so Chris, Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid Dread. I 100%ed it, so I was like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm good.
Shit.
That'll be me soon, man. I just started. Chris, it was so good. When it hits the lips, it's so good. Those
It's
fucking,
good. It's
was it
really
the,
good, man.
the Emmys and shit? Fuck.
It's got the
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? The awards? The award
Yeah,
show?
that's what they call the Emmys, right? Like,
EMI.
Yeah.
Was it-
Or MI.
What-
EMMI.
What fucks you up is if you manage when they grab you to parry him,
Yeah.
and they get stunned, it's like you feel so good you forget like
Yeah, you
2
forget.
seconds
Yeah.
later, they'll grab you again. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta
Yeah, you gotta slide under those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's that noise they make.
yeah. Oh,
chasing your ass.
this isn't the question show, but we'll take a question from Mighty
Oh.
Nerd. What did you think of the Castlevania Advance Collection? Did you play it?
No, but I played all those games originally.
Yeah.
I am collections from Konami so far have been good. Like I got the Contra collection, I got the arcade collection, and I played some of those. Although those games are just brutal, like quarter magnets, you know, like they're just ridiculous. So you play those for like 5 minutes. No, that's Capcom, but like
No,
the
I know,
original
but that was
Haunted
one that
Castle,
you can't beat it at all. Not even first level. That game's fucking hard.
yeah, it's brutal. Like all the arcade version of anything is brutal. And then I had the Castlevania collection, the original the anniversary collection. So the advanced games, those are really good. Like Circle of the Moon is hard, but I enjoyed it. I like that game. And Area of Sorrow, that one was good too. And the other, I can never remember. It sounds like Symphony of the Night now. It's something with fucking music. The title, like Harmony of Dissonance or some shit like that.
That's the name of it. Harmony of Dissonance.
Yeah, that was also good. My favorite out of those was Circle of the Moon, but you can't go wrong. I enjoyed those games, so I'd say definitely if you thought about getting, that's a good way to play it. I'll get it.
That's cool. All right. Anything else you've been playing?
Oh, that's it, man. I haven't had time for much else. I mean, I gotta go, but my backlog is just growing. I got because you recommend Guardians. I bought it on the Black Friday sale.
It's
$25. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got it on sale, so that's in the queue. I'm almost done with Ratchet and Clank. I haven't finished it. I have to finish that game. Yeah, so I got stuff to play. Just haven't had time.
Yeah.
You got things.
You got things, man. As for me, I haven't played games in a while, so I finally started playing some games. Yeah, just Metroid though. Only played 30 minutes, but damn, when it hits the lips, it's so good. You know, I'm just I don't have to play it in handheld because the last Metroid game I played was the 3DS one, which was great, Samus Returns. But it's like playing on a 3DS. Like, come on, I'm not trying to do this shit. So I got my Pro controller, I got my mClassic. You know. So I'm good. So yeah, I want to finish that game off, so then I could do my yearly, personal game of the years on Twitter, which always ignite a bunch of hate. Why don't you include this? Why don't you include that? Because they're my game of the years, man. Because they want it to be fucking. They want it to be like some universal list. It's I literally every single time, man, you say my personal game of the year. Why didn't you include this? Because I didn't fucking play it. That's why.
How come you guys still talk about Flight Simulator?
Why didn't you play it?
Well, I don't see Forza on that shit.
You need to play every game that ever came out.
Why does he sound like Peter Steele?
No. Peter was like, you need to play all the games. All the games are so fun, so tasty.
Perhaps you better shoot a man in Call of Duty Vanguard.
But that happens every time. This year, though, is going to be different. I'm only going to list 5 games because nothing came out this year. This year was fucking dry for me, man.
Yeah, this year has been although some good games have gone out, like pretty good games. The thing, it's by no means a flagship year for video games.
No, like I played a bunch of games, but most of them were just like blah, Like I was talking about Death's Door. I'm like, I played that shit for like 3 hours. I got like whatever, I played a bunch of Outriders. I got pretty far in that, but it's like, what's this other game I played? Fucking.
What's crazy about Hades? Everybody.
I played that. I played that shit for an hour. I dropped it too. Like, what the fuck is this?
It didn't pull me in.
Think about it like this. This year has been so bad that Brian didn't even play a game that came out this year.
He never does though,
Actually, he played Cyberpunk.
He played like 3 games that came out this year.
Oh, what you play? You playing games?
Mm-hmm. I'll let you know during my turn.
You know what, Brian? You go. You go ahead, sir.
Motherfucker, I was planning to
like in the middle of something as well, you know. Okay,
You still need time, Brian.
I'll
He
go.
thought,
I'll go.
you were
I'll
gonna
go,
save the
Brian.
best for last.
Exactly.
I'll go, Brian.
There you
No,
go.
no,
Alright.
I'll go first because I need to like kick my PC soon. So yeah, I played quite a few games that came out this year. First was Marquette.
Oh, that's another fucking game I played. That shit was whack too. You know.
Yep, that came out this year. Also played 12 Minutes. If you guys heard that.
Yeah. I know. I played that game too. You
Was
know.
that the top-down?
That's
thing?
the top-down
Yeah.
game with
Yeah.
Willem
In the room?
Dafoe in it.
With William Defoe, James McAvoy, and
Ray.
what's her face? Yeah, and Ray from Star Wars. Not bad. Again, only 3 people casting it, which is pretty cool.
Daisy Ridley.
Again, I thought the game was okayly fun. The only thing that I had an issue with was how long it took to reset some things, because when you die, and spoiler, you will die because that's the whole point of the game, it just takes so long to reset. It's like you hit the point where you can't change it any further, but then you can't reset. So it's just waiting to reset. It's like, come on, I know I need to reset, but just let me skip this. But yeah, it was a cool concept. I did like it. Nice puzzle solving. It's nice how like you build up stuff over time. So it's kind of is Brett here? Yeah, he is. It's so it's kind of like Dark Souls in a way, where okay, tell me if this sounds very familiar. Like you walk into a situation, you try out a few things, stuff goes wrong, you reset, but now you have knowledge, and hence you can use that knowledge going forward to try again.
Yep.
See? So hence, yeah. So yeah, that was kind of cool, and I thought the story. Tony, did you actually get the full story?
No, I only played like fucking like what, an hour of like whatever. You know?
The full story is juicy. Like I'll tell you after the show, but it has like one of those plot twists that was like, oh, that's dark and also interesting because I've not played a game that has that as a twist. Yeah, played that, and right now I'm playing Back for Blood at the moment.
Oh, that's a new game. Yeah, we played that too. You know.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun. It's Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need. That's all you can ask for, and you got it.
The problem I have with that game is, and this is the same problem Carlos and Adam had, there's no progression like between like playthroughs. Like if we're playing with Adam, right? Like the progress I make in his game doesn't transfer over to my game. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know? That's
you
the
need
reason
to be in
all
the
three
same,
of us just
the
stopped
same
it,
level.
you know?
Yeah, you need to be in the same level to progress.
Yeah,
like I mean, Brett. We played with Brett. Brett was like one level ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we started like at level 2, and we progressed like several levels. And when Brett was in here, we started off from level
go
1.
back to where we were playing at. We had to go back. All
Yeah,
the way
when we
to
saw
the
that, we're
beginning.
like, why are we playing this shit? You know? That was very disappointing. Better why?
The issue that I have is that you can't play by yourself. Like, there's no way to do that, which is fucking weird.
Yeah,
you could play, but you always have to have AI.
Yeah.
Teammates.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Like, I've been trying to start a game just by myself, and it just doesn't start. Like, I go to
you have to, it's hidden. It's all hidden in like a sub menu, and that progress that you make doesn't transfer over either.
Nothing. Yeah.
You know, so it's like, what the fuck is up with this?
You get a big disclaimer.
And it sucks because the actual core game is fun as shit, you know. But yeah, all that the progression stuff was what killed it for me, you know. So
and that was day 1, so it was unfortunate.
Yeah, we had fun, man. We had fun. Anyway, what else you been playing, Brian?
That's mostly it, really. I haven't really had time to get into a few things, but yeah, I've been really tempted to get into Tales of Arise.
That's a good game.
And in the distance, I can hear Riku just screaming. So
yeah.
So get into that, and at some point, probably next year, get into Persona 5 Royale, since that was one of the free games. Yeah, so again, it's just playing whatever comes my way and just clearing out the backlog. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment.
There you go. All right, Carlos.
No,
nothing. No chess.
Yeah, no chess. Oh, no, I didn't play chess this week. Yeah, been a busy week, so haven't really had a chance to play anything.
No place where you can play chess when you come to New York.
Oh yeah, there's
Play
a lot
against
of
those
places to play
grifters,
for money.
you know.
You did play with those guys, didn't you?
No, I
You
didn't get a
allowed
chance to. Not last time. I wanted to though. Just one game, $5 is fine. But yeah, I'll do it this time though. I'll have enough time.
There you go. There's time now.
There is time. But with the COVID, I don't know the COVID there. Are they still there? Probably are. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Those guys are still there.
It's outdoors. It's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'll do it.
They'll probably got their masks on, or maybe not.
No, they don't got masks. Those guys
They'll
will
probably just give you a fist bump, maybe not shake your hand before.
All right, Brett, what have you been playing lately?
Not a whole lot. I picked up Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't started it yet. I've just been kind of hitting my dailies on Fallout, and that's about it.
Nice. And Mr. E-Man.
I'm still in the sort of limbo of Guardians of the Galaxy and the other one. I just had so many projects back to back that I've not been able to do them. But I mean, there's going to be some changes going to be happening. So hopefully I'll have a little more time to play some gamings.
Yeah. Ooh, Carlos, question for you. Is video game chess or virtual chess the same as actual chess?
Is video game chess like real chess?
Yeah, the question is how to read it. Is video game chess like real chess?
Fundamentally, it's the same thing, but it's just the feeling is a lot different when you're playing in real life. It's you feel the rush. You get to play off like sort of like it's kind of like poker. You get to see like the opposing player like face to face, and you can see like you can kind of feel them out and see if like what they're kind of trying to do or if they're worried or anything. Yeah, real chess, it's just different. You get to shit talk, and yeah, it's a lot better with a timer, with a clock and stuff. It just feels, and the chess pieces, whenever you move them physically, it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's not the same, but I mean you can still play virtually, and it'll help.
There
Make
you
you
go.
better.
Make it
Wasn't
better.
that a Star Wars chess that they would animate? And I remember seeing.
Wait, was it Richard that we learned
3DO?
plays chess? Carlos?
That was the video.
Yeah, Rich
Yeah, Rich,
plays
you gotta
chess.
play. That'll be
Oh, yeah.
very interesting.
Oh yes, I remember. I used to be it was a
Oh
great
yes,
series.
oh yes. All right, I think that's everybody, man. So let us start wrapping this up. But before we do that, again, a couple of announcements here. First up, the next episode, which actually, let me give you some dates here. So Throwdown 264 will be on the 9th. That we're going to be live streaming the Game Awards, which 8 o'clock Eastern, right, Carlos?
8 o'clock Eastern, and no, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific.
All right, so there you go. So we'll be live streaming that, probably a 3-hour show like usual, and like half of that show is fucking ads, So we'll be doing that on the 9th, and then
Are we gonna have any guests?
Yeah,
on
we
that
probably
episode?
will. Let me make sure I cover this part up. Maybe we'll have our boy, Mr. David Gilton, on. Manny, like familiar? I'm making sure I cover his, his infos. So maybe we'll have we'll probably have David on, and see who else we can have on. Should be fun. And then on the 16th of December, that'll be the last episode of the year. That'll be 365, right? That'll be our usual year-end wrap-up, biggest stories, best games, whatever games came out. And then the last episode of the year will be on the 19th. Throw on your questions. 365 will be the AMA special. We can ask us whatever the hell you want. Those are always fun. It's been a while since we did an AMA, so it should be cool. And then after that, we're going to take a break until the January 6th. But interestingly enough, I will not be on that episode because I'll be in Vegas, Vegas. So, yeah. But then again, with this fucking Omicron, maybe I will be here. Shit, if they cancel the show, hopefully it doesn't happen.
For those of you that don't know, Mr. Tony Polanco is a gambler.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll be gambling like a motherfucker.
Tony Polanco has a hidden gambling problem that we didn't know about until today.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, I'm going to be covering CS for the first time. That should be fun as fuck. you know. And I guess it won't be that hot since it's January in Las Vegas, you know.
Too bad you can't get Torrance to come out of retirement for that to hang out.
Right. That would be fun. Yeah, bring Torrance around.
That was his space right there.
Yeah, he loves CES.
You mean Torrance? Don't at me, Davis?
Yeah. Don't. Oh.
All of his tweet he tweets every day with something, and it's like, don't at me.
Don't add me. Don't add me. Like you want to be added, bro. You know.
he knows. He says that, but he wants to get down.
Oh, he does. Yeah, you know.
He wants to throw down. We know this.
All right, man. Plugs. Which we got. Manny, you first. Do you have anything?
Well, let's look at this here. All right. Here we go. It's another cover of Gotham City Villains Anniversary Edition Giant #1. This one is a big old anniversary issue. It's actually 100 pages, which is really great, and it's got a piece by me and Kari Randolph. Me and Kari got another one coming up pretty soon, and you'll be hearing about that eventually. And I got some other fun stuff, so stay tuned.
Good stuff. Adam, you got anything, sir?
Yeah, we got the mid-season finale.
Walking
Dead season 7.
This was the best time.
The best time you started roboting again.
Yeah, robots.
It's crazy because you were fine the whole episode.
I don't know.
Actually, no. We found out what it was. I don't know if we want to say that on there, but we know what it is. You know, so we got Fear the Walking Dead.
If you guys are interested, Fear the Walking Dead, The World Beyond, or anything involving the Walking Dead universe, you can tune into I Am Negan podcast.
Yes,
as I Am Negan. You can catch us on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere, or thecoalition.com or the Coalition on YouTube. We're talking. The Walking Dead proper is coming soon. What, like a month from now? So
February.
Yeah, February. So almost 2 months or 2 months from now. So you guys can look forward to that. The mid-season finale for the Fear the Walking Dead. The nuke. Yeah, it's a show. It's a show where you can catch all Walking Dead, all content. It's hosted by Adam Vale and Richard Bailey Jr. is part of the crew, and I am there for the Walking Dead proper podcast. So you make sure to catch that on I Am Negan.
Good stuff. Spotify, all that stuff. By the way, shout out. Who was that man? Who gave us a shout out on Spotify? He was like, Throwdown's our my number one podcast. Let's do this right. We're gonna do this right, man. Let me look this motherfucker up.
Arn or Arnie? I don't know.
Arnie, right?
Yeah. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I want to give him
really nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. Here we go. His name is Arn, right? He goes, he tweeted this out to my number one podcast of 2021 Throwdown Show. Thank you for keeping me company on Spotify all year long. 5,700 minutes. Damn, my man was listening to that Throwdown.
That sounds like a lot of our episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he listens to us on his commutes to work.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that's a popular thing among our fans. Yeah, that's good. Actually, some of them listen to us at work. That's why they like the long episodes. It makes the days go fast. But it's like, listen, we're old, man. We can't be doing long shows like that anymore. 3-hour shows and shit. But we appreciate the support, man. Throwing down, man, for life.
Well, that wasn't Arn. Someone else said they listened to us in their commute storage. Someone else. I forget who it was.
But it's a popular thing.
The dude, the trucker who won the PS5.
Oh, yeah. These nuts. Yeah, he does. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to him too.
Shout out to these nuts.
Yeah, we actually never did a Game Again giveaway.
No, we didn't. We had next gen November didn't
next
happen.
gen November. Yeah, I guess we have to wait for the next gen.
We have to.
Think about it like this. We had a contest last year the day the freaking PlayStation 5 came out, and we actually gave it away.
Yeah,
a freaking no connections, no nothing. We gave away a PS5, and now a year later, still people are struggling to find these motherfuckers.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, fucking Xbox. God damn.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find a Series X.
Yeah, the Xboxes are surprisingly hard to find. I don't know if it's surprising that they're hard to find, but you'd think they wouldn't be
Yeah, I didn't think it was
as
going to last
popular as
this long.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like this a full year.
And apparently this shit's going to be going on until 2023. The chip shortage. So get ready for that, man.
Yeah, it seems like you can't wait it out. Those of you just chilling in the wings. Although I will say, even though I didn't get mine this way, this is how I got my Xbox. If you guys are trying to get a PlayStation or an Xbox this winter, there is a method to go about. Go to one of these stock sites. Stockinformer.com is a pretty decent one. No shout out or anything like that. I'm not getting paid, but you go on there. You basically pop on the web page. You turn on your alarm. You enable push notifications. But the way that you're really gonna get it is you'll get like a fucking submarine alarm sound come off, and you just turn up your speakers. And when you're watching TV and you hear that auga, fucking mad dash to your computer and type in your info, or rather log in. You want to have everything. Walmart, Target, all that stuff, get your account set up, get everything auto-logged in so you can just jump to the page, jump in, and order it. Because I saw PlayStation 5s go less than 3 minutes earlier this week.
They go quick, man.
Yeah,
they go
Brett,
super fast.
I have a similar app like Hotstock on my iPhone, and it went off that Amazon had a Series X, and I clicked on it, right? It popped up, and I clicked on the alert, and it took me to Amazon, and I put this shit in my cart, and when I went to proceed to check out, Amazon's cart broke. You get the dogs. It's like, sorry, we're having a temporary issue. But when I finally cleared that shit, my cart was empty.
Here's
I had it last Friday. I had the same thing. I got it. It said it was in my cart. It said, you ready to check out? I clicked check out. It was loading. And then that error message.
We're loading.
And it was like, nothing's in your cart now.
Yeah.
Hey Chris. Here's a tip. Make sure that you have the web page pulled up on an active computer. It takes critical seconds for the information to hit and then to be disseminated and to go through push notifications to make their way through the network. It could be 60 to 90 seconds before you get that text. And meanwhile, on the website itself, that stock alert will go off right away. So you actually want to be active on the website. Have it up somewhere.
Is this like a plugin for your browser or something?
Nope. You just put it in you put it in, drop it on a second tab. Just leave the tab open in the background.
Oh, you leave it open. Oh, got you. All right. I see.
So for those of you trying to get those last minute ones, keep a stock site open, keep your sound notification on, keep your speakers pumped. Even if you're not at the PC, you want to hear that alarm as soon as it goes. Because that was the problem. By the time I got my push notification, it was about a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, and it was gone. I'm trying to pick up a PS5 for the shop.
Good luck with that,
keep
man.
It safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the problem is I'm trying to grab it for my boss, and I don't necessarily want to shell out the money and then have him pay me back. So there's a bit of a I keep trying to pass him the information, but again, by the time the text goes through, somebody sees it, jumps on the website, it's almost too late.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Brett? That's exactly what happened to me. So let's go for a Brian story this time.
Let's go.
Brian story.
All right. So I just cooked my dinner. So I'm just going to sit down and just chill out and watch some TV. And then my laptop just makes some noise. And I'm like, okay, what's that? It's like the Discord noise. And then I see, and then it's like, oh, the RTX 3080s FEs are back in stock now. And keep note, because of Brexit, hey Brexit, there's only one site in the UK that sells the RTX 3080s FE, and that's it. So, and that's the only way to get those cards in the UK without obviously traveling to a different country. So the last time this one came out was in September. So I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. So I literally throw my fork across the room and grab my laptop. Again, I am not playing around here because I've been waiting for so long, and I missed out on a chance to get the 3080 Ti one. So I'm like, no, I'm getting the base 3080 and that's it. So throw my fork across the road, grab my laptop, start clicking through all the links, and as you said, Brett, I had already signed into that website. Because again, I knew that in case this happens, I'll need to be ready just in case, and plus I'll bypass all the capture nonsense. So I sign in, I go to the page, it loads up, it's there in stock, I click in basket, I click checkout, for some odd reason, the website's like, yeah, let's have you enter in your password again. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then I'm like, hold on. I don't remember my password because it's inside my password manager. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Open up the password manager. Password manager has closed because the laptop just restarted. I'm like, fuck, I need to like log back into the password manager to get the password. So go through all that rigmarole, cool, check out. I don't even look at where I'm sending it because I'm just like, no, just go to buy, just go to buy. So get through all the pages, go to enter in my card details, and for some odd reason the password manager is not automatically filling out their details. So I'm like, I need to grab my card. Where's my card? It's in the bedroom. I'm like, shit. So I'm here like no joke. So I leap off my sofa, run through the whole house, get to the bedroom, grab my card, run back, and using my card in like a wallet. That's like that Ridge wallet style. So I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. Just empty out all the cards on the sofa, like search through, find my card, and I'm there like entering in the card details like a monkey. So I'm like, this one, that one, this one, that one. Okay, cool. Everything goes in. I hit purchase, and then it's like, okay, cool, just processing, and then it's like, this is the first time you've made a payment on this card to this website. You need to authorize it. I'm like,
man, he's getting tortured.
Jesus Christ.
You know that sweat is just coming down his brow at this point.
Oh, Tony, it gets better. So I'm like, okay, cool, fine. So I'm waiting for it to send the SMS so that it can authorize it. I'm like, just hurry up and send. I'm there just like refreshing. It finally sends. I go through, enter it, and I hit process, right? And then it goes to that page where it's like, okay, just please wait. It's on that please wait screen for 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes, I was dying. I'm not gonna lie, I was dying. I just kept on going back to the website, checking if it's still in stock. And by the time I did that, it was maybe 4 minutes after I got the alert. It was out of stock. So I'm just like, oh shit, did mine go through? Did mine not go through? I don't know. Again, it's just same processing. I'm like, fuck. I'm literally panicking, like standing up, like walking back and forth, like someone just died, you know. I'm just like confused, or like I'm going to jail, you know. It's like, what the hell do I do? Just pacing back and forth, and then finally it says order processed or order successful. I'm like, yes.
Oh.
So I'm like, whew, okay, I can finally chill. But then I'm like, wait, you know what? Let's double check.
What's the email? You know?
Exactly, the email confirmation. So I go to there, I'm like, refresh. There's nothing there. I'm like, shit. So I go back to the website in the browser, and then I'm like, cool, I'll just screenshot this page. So again, it has the order number there and the tracking number. So if anything goes wrong, I can just say, hey, I paid for this. This is my order stuff. What went wrong? So I did that as like a backup. So I go do that. I'm just there like, what the hell just happened? I check my bank account, and no money has been taken out. I'm like, ooh, okay. Now I'm starting to panic slightly. So again, I literally just pace back and forth for like five minutes, and then I say to myself, okay, you know what? I'll just chill out. I'll finish off something to eat, you know, and then
the fork off the ground.
Brian already lost like 5 pounds at this point. You know?
I was sweating like mad. So yeah, I grabbed the fork off the ground. I start to finish off my dinner, and then email confirmation finally goes through. I'm like, oh, this is good. I checked my cards, and then yep, the payment went through. I'm like, whew. And then I'm like, where did I send it to? Because I didn't really like notice. I just hit send.
Oh shit!
It's going to the job.
Luckily enough, it already had my house address there. Because again, as Brett said, I already had signed in, already did all the set up my details and whatnot. So all that information was there. I just didn't check it because I was just panic mode, you know. So yeah, so all's good, all's well, and then just start chill, you know, got the confirmation saying, yeah, it'll be here by the 25th or 26th. I'm like, okay, cool. So I remember that it got to the 25th, and the website had said that it hasn't dispatched yet. So I'm there like,
Here we go
what do you mean it's not
again.
dispatched yet? Like this is not happening. So apparently at like 4:30 in the evening, it was dispatched, and it's like, whew. So I get it the next day, and everything is all well. Or so I thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Twist.
How many twisted
Play
turns
with
is
my
going
heart,
on?
This is crazy. It's M. Night Shyamalan shit right now, man.
Oh man, yeah, this was pretty much my stuff for like the last couple of days. So I get the card. Again, the card's fine. Don't worry about the card. The card arrives, everything's there. It's no problem. So I'm like, okay, cool. I take out the old card, start putting in the new card, and I think it was the motherboard cables, that big like 24-pin one. Because of how the power supply is, and it's like a small case. It's like 13 liters case, so it's tiny. Because of how small and compact the case is, that cable coming out of the power supply, it's too rigid, and it interferes with the fan of the 3080, so it didn't spin, and there's no way that it would fit. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? I have a card that's not fitting inside my case. So I spend like 3 hours literally taking everything apart, putting everything back in, zip tying stuff as tight as possible just to get the card to fit. And only like the day after, everything finally fits, everything's good, and I'm just like, whew, I can finally play games now. And guess what game I played first?
Cyberpunk.
That was the second game I played.
I got it, Brian. Elite Dangerous. God damn it.
Elite Dangerous.
Knew it.
Again, Elite Dangerous is not even a taxing game. Like, it runs on my 1080 with no problems. But I'm like, nah, I'll do it on my 3080. And it's like, it looks the same. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Cyberpunk, just throw the biggest, baddest thing that I know. So I put it on, I'm like, yeah, it's alright, I guess. It's like, oh wait, of course, I still have the old settings. So again, I crank everything up. I'm like, okay, what? Let's go with Ultra and see what happens. It's just fine. The 3080 just takes it. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do Ultra with ray tracing.
Let's go.
It still just takes it. I'm like, this is good. So yeah, that's been my 3080 adventure.
I heard you say that you were gonna kick your computer right before you started. I'm gonna kick it. So something happened?
Basically, it's running slightly hot. I'm trying to understand what the hell's going on with my 3080.
You don't have active cooling. That's why, man.
You don't got the Jag-on cooling.
You got fans on that motherfucker.
Like a bunch of fans.
Yeah. I got
fans.
Well, it seems like the main issue is that Nvidia, being the tech giants and selling this card at like like $500 plus, they were smart enough to say, hey, let's include some cheap-ass thermal pads to cool the whole thing. So it turns out that they just skimped out on the thermal pad, hence why things are running hot. And people recommend, like, if you want to fix it, you have to, like, take it apart, replace the pads, and put it back.
Get your own thermal paste.
And I'm just like...
Arctic 5, I think.
I'm like, I waited, like, 3 months, 2.5 months to get this card since at last I could. Oh, and also the website that I got the card from, because the cards are so limited, you can only buy one 30 series FE card per household, per credit card, per IP address.
Oh,
so
damn.
Wow.
There's almost no way for me to get another one unless I ask my neighbor to pay with their card. Because, yeah.
You only got one credit card?
No, but it still is.
address.
Still the IP address.
IP address and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
And the address as well.
Address, it's
You could do a
actual
VPN and try to.
Even then.
Nope, it still doesn't. People have tried that as well, and still just like, no. Again, it still looks at the card and the address that it sends to.
Okay.
They were smart. So yeah, so I'm like, so people want me to take apart my whole card, put in a bunch of pads in there. If I knock off one small capacitor, the whole thing's dead. No. So I'm just trying to stick in some fans at the bottom to like push in some airflow to it. And
Do you have liquid cooling, Brian?
Yes. Again, my CPU is fine. Like my CPU is running.
No, you can get GPU liquid cooling, can't you?
Yes, but I don't have enough space for that. The small case.
He's got a small case.
You might want to upgrade your case next.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
The cheaper way, the cheaper approach is to
No,
get
no,
a
no.
case.
I actually wanted this case because it's small. You know, it's like half the size of like a normal tower. So
The
it's just
mid-tower,
it's just
mid-tower.
fine. No, it's tiny. It's the Coolmaster NR200P. If people are fascinated, and yeah, I like that size case because it's fine. But I read that you can just stick in some fans at the bottom as intake, so that it pushes more air to the GPU and it should even out. So I'm trying to understand which headers I connected the fans to because they're not kicking in enough air at the moment. So I need to kick about in there and see what I fucked up with.
PC gaming, the game you have to beat before you can beat the game.
Exactly. You know, it's fun. But
Also,
yeah, but either way, I'm happy. I have that card. Also,
RTX boys.
Also, it means that I can stop my mining now. Get that Ethereum going, you know.
So Brian, you bring up a good topic. Well, probably not gaming related, but so you're gonna use it for mining?
Probably.
For sure.
Stick it on when I'm not using it because again, like I don't play all the time. Like I work 8 hours per day, so kick it on, do some mining 8 hours per day or overnight, and then extra cash.
At home.
I've been contemplating mining with my 3080, but I don't want to like degrade it or by any way, but I don't know. I think that's
the way I see it.
I think that might be a topic for another time.
The way I see it, Carlos, is like if it does degrade, then by the time that it does, then the new cards will be out anyway. So
don't get me started in that fucking shit. You know, we getting reports right now about the RTX 40 series. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Nobody could buy the 30 series. You know,
no one could buy the 20 series.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, you can't even buy the cheapest shit right now. You're gonna have these new cards come out. All right, bro.
Meanwhile, by the way, do you guys this is I guess the last thing because I know we're kind of wrapping up.
Yeah.
Can you guys, if you were to guess among the top 100 companies in the world or worldwide, where is Nvidia?
They're pretty up there, aren't they? Like in the top 20.
So you're saying 20, for example.
I'm saying top 20. I'm giving myself some room there. You know,
I'm gonna go mid. Right around the 50s, 60s.
50s, 60s.
Are you saying like all companies, not just tech companies, right?
Yeah, if we're talking about the S&P 500, right?
I'm talking about oil companies. I'm talking about these huge banks, all of them.
Nvidia, just the company itself, because Nvidia makes they do other
just
things
Nvidia,
too.
yeah. Nvidia as a whole.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with your top 20.
I think. Wait, is this out of what? Did you say a top 100?
Top 500, for example. It doesn't matter.
Top 500, I'd say they're probably close to 200.
I was about to say like the hundreds, give or take, because I know that they do like cloud stuff, but I don't know how.
I'd say
that is.
somewhere not like below 200, somewhere around there.
All right, so those are all good guesses. They're number 8.
Number 8?
Damn!
I was the closest though. Your boy, you know.
We lost their prices, right?
Yeah.
They're stuck in between Facebook or Meta. and the Taiwan Semiconductor Company.
Yeah, TSMC.
So isn't that Foxconn?
Yeah. No,
TSMC.
Yeah.
Foxconn's a manufacturer.
Their fucking stock skyrocketed the last couple of months, and fucking Nvidia is fucking a top 10 company in the world in terms of market cap, and they still can't fucking get these stupid ass graphics cards to us, man. What's up with that?
Some bullshit is what it is, you know.
Making Brian suffer and going through all this trauma just to get graphics card.
Right? Brian's fork is still across the street. That's where it stayed.
Yeah, but then on the plus side, just add to this, I also did like a really funny thing as well. I bought a second PS5.
Okay.
Is Brian the first of us to get a second PlayStation?
No, I got 2 during the beginning.
No, I think Carlos is technically the first person.
Carlos had 2.
Yeah, Carlos had 2.
Well, I bought 3, but I got 2 currently.
I got 2.
And
these nuts got the other one.
These nuts.
These nuts got the other. So physically, I have two with me in my house.
Yeah, I remember when the Xbox Series X first went out. I bought two of them like nothing. I was like, okay, this is easy. Little did I know it would get much harder later. You know, it was crazy.
It's funny,
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
funny story of like why I got the PS5 second one is I had a chance to get the 3080 Ti twice. Like this month, well, technically last month in November, and both times I was like, nah, it'll be fine. I'm waiting for the 3080. But then both times afterwards, I was like, shit, I should have got it just because, because it makes sense, and it's what I wanted. So on the same Discord that I use to get the 3080, they also have the alerts for the PS5. So this popped up from Sony saying, hey, buy the PS5 from us, direct. So I'm like, fuck it. I can't get a damn 3080. I might as well just get a PS5 and see if someone needs it. So I only got a PS5 because I couldn't get a 3080. That's fucked up. And funny enough, I actually bought it exactly a year after I bought the PS5 as well, on the exact same day. It's 19th of November. Again, I didn't even plan that. It was literally just the spur of the moment. I bought it. I'm like,
Happy
odds of that.
anniversary.
Crazy,
Yo,
man.
Carlos, by the way, TSMC stock is up. That shit is crazy. I actually reported on that today, man. The M3 chip. Like, yo, we don't have the M2 chip yet. What the fuck? That shit is nuts.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you talk about M2 and you talk about 3DO?
Motherfuckers don't know about that. Anyway, man, let's wrap it up here. A good show. Again, remember, next week we got the Game Awards special and then the end of the year special the week after that. So Throwdown is going to have some interesting stuff coming soon, man. Anyway, to make sure you keep up with all this stuff, make sure you follow us on Twitch and Twitter and go to Discord where Mob Hits, who didn't show up tonight, by the way, into the chat. Very disappointed by that. He will supply you with all the rumors, the latest and greatest rumors. You can find us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show. That's 2 words, Throwdown Show. And you can go to throwdownshow.com to listen to past episodes. And if you're on YouTube and you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when videos go not live, but when they go up, because we don't do live stuff there. YouTube doesn't like us very much, But yeah, links to everything down below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
He's out.
Adam Vale.
Good week, people.
Brett Murdoch.
Deuces.
And Brian Majoma.
Tony, the RTX 4000's cards are actually out. It's just that they are so hard to find that no one actually has them.
Right.
Like,
They're so hard to find, even NVIDIA can't find them,
It's like that album where there's only like one of them in the world and that's it.
Oh my
Wu-Tang
God.
one?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to fuck with, man. All right, people. We'll see you on Sunday. Later.
Peace.
Latest.